Welcome you all. Today we'll be discussing panel data part 1. The topic I'll follow. First of all, what do you mean by panel data? Then why panel data? Types of panel data models and estimation of panel data models. I'll also do some practical analysis and their interpretation in use. Now start the first topic of today's discussion, that is defining panel data. Means what do you mean by panel data? Panel data are that type of data which contains observation about different cross sections across time. That means both time series and cross section data are combined together in panel data. More specifically, I can say panel data have both space as well as time dimension. Now in time series data we observe the value of any variable over time. For example, GDP of India from 2010 to 2019. That means over time the GDP data of India is given. Now come to cross-section data. In case of cross-section data, we observe the value of any variable for different sample unit or subject at the same period of time. That means time remain constant and we consider different subject or different units. For example, GDP of different countries for the year 2019. Now if we combine these two kinds of data, that is time series as well as cross section, we will be getting panel data. Just take this same example, GDP across multiple countries from 2010 to 2019. That means in case of panel data, we are just pulling time series and cross section data together. That's why panel data is also referred as pool data. Take one more example. In table 1, you can see we have taken export and GDP data of a particular country for the period 2000 to 2010. So this is an example of time series data. Now in table 2, GDP and export data of 6 countries for 2010 are presented. That means here we have 6 countries but the time period is 2010 only. So it is an example of cross-section data. Now in table 3, we have combined both cross-section and time series data like this. GDP and export data of 3 countries for the year 2005 to 2010. And you see, we have just placed the data one after another. In the first part, the country 1 for the period of 2005 to 2010. Then for country 2 and at the end for country 3. So this is a panel data or pool data. Here the number of unit or cross section are 3 and number of years, that is time series, is 2005 to 2010. Next we will be discussing why panel data. That means what are the benefits of using panel data in econometric analysis. First of all, we can mention the concept of heterogeneity. As in panel data, different subject or different units either in the form of cross-section or time series are considered, the heterogeneous characteristics of these different units are already inbuilt in panel data. The second point we can mention, that is more degrees of freedom. While defining the panel data, we have already discussed both time series and cross-section data are combined in panel data. That means 2 sets of data are combined in form of one set of data, that is panel data. So when 2 sets of data are combined together, obviously the degrees of freedom, that means more number of observations, are there in panel data. So the problem of degrees of freedom may arise in case of only time series data or only cross-section data is not present in panel data. The third point, it is better to study dynamics of change. By studying the repeated cross-section of observation, panel data are better suited to study the dynamics of change. The next point I have mentioned here, panel data is useful for complicated behavioral model. Panel data enable us to study more complicated behavioral model. For example, the economics of scale, technological change, these kind of complicated points can easily be discussed through panel data. The last point I have mentioned here, that is minimize the bias. Panel data combines both time series as well as cross-section data. The data availability in panel set is more with more number of observation. So when the observation is more, the biasness of estimation is reduced. So finally we can say panel data enrich overall empirical analysis. Now coming to types of panel, first of all we will be discussing balanced panel and unbalanced panel. A panel is said to be balanced if each subject has the same number of observations. On the other hand, if each entry has different number of observations, that will be called unbalanced panel. Now if you can consider this example, it will be clear. In table 3, the GDP and export data of 3 countries for the period of 2005 to 2010 given. So here the data is available for all the subjects, all the years. So it is an example of balanced panel. Now come to table 4. Here you can see the data set, that is GDP and export data of 3 countries for 2005 to 2010 are given, but some of the data set are not available. So it is an example of unbalanced panel. Type of panel data can also be discussed in the form of short panel and long panel. This bifurcation is done mainly based on the number of time unit and number of cross-sectional unit. In case of short panel, number of cross-sectional subjects are greater than the time period. In long panel, number of time period is greater than the cross-sectional subjects. Now here in table 5, 6 cross-section, 3 time period data of export are given. 6 cross-section means 6 country and 3 time period, that is 2008, 2009 and 10. It is an example of short panel. In table 6, 3 cross-section, 8 time period data of export are given. Here the number of cross-section is less than number of time period. That is, this kind of data is in the example of long panel. Now we will discuss different models of panel data. Before coming to the models, just definition of panel data model. It is similar to the definition of panel data, aligned with the definition of panel data. The panel data models provide information on individual behavior both across individual and over time. The models have both cross-sectional and time series dimension. Here I have mentioned some of the popular models of panel data, that is pooled OLS model, fixed effect model, random effect model. In this presentation, that is panel data analysis part 1, we will be discussing pooled OLS model, and in part 2 we will be discussing the remaining model. Pooled OLS model. In this model, ordinary least square regression, that is OLS regression, is done with the pooled data. That means we combined time series and cross-section data, then simply we run the ordinary least square. For example, here the multiple regression is given. CIT equal to beta 1 plus beta 2 QIT plus beta 3 PFIT plus beta 4 LFIT plus UT. So it is an example of multiple regression model. Here I must mention some points with regard to the subscript. You know, for cross-section data, the subscript we normally use I, and for time series we use T. Here in case of panel data we are combining both time series and cross section. That's why we have used CIT. I is representing the cross section and T the time series. Here just I have taken the example. You can assume I running from 1 to 6. That means there are 6 different unit or subject, and the time period T running from 1 to 15. That means 15 years data. So this is an example of panel data. So before going to the estimation of panel data, here I have already mentioned we are going to use ordinary least square method. So the assumption of ordinary least square methods are also applicable. Here I have mentioned number 1 assumption, explanatory variables are non-stochastic. Number 2, if explanatory variables are stochastic, then they are uncorrelated with the error term. Number 3, the error term is normally distributed with mean 0 and constant variance. Now after specifying the model in the form of panel data, that means after combining time series as well as cross-section data and specification of the model, you can go for running the ordinary least square method. Here I will show you how to run the OLS pool data in eViews. So in case of analyzing or estimating pooled OLS in eViews, first of all you have to convert the data into panel. So earlier you have used eViews either for time series data or for cross section data. So when you are going to use the panel data, first of all you have to convert the data into panel, then you can run the ordinary least square. Now how to make the data panel in eViews? All of you know how to start eViews. You go to eViews and then insert the Excel file you want to study. So this type of worksheet you will get. So you go to PROC, click the PROC, and there you will be getting a second top. You see one point is mentioned there, structure or resize current page. So you click on that. So in the next step, you will be getting this kind of worksheet, that is work file structure type, where you will be getting different options, that is unstructured or undated, dated, regular frequency, dated specified by data series, then dated panel. So as we are dealing with panel data and we are just converting the data into panel, we have to select this. Before going to OK, you have to proceed further. There are some more options. I'll show you in the next slide. That is your step number 3, but it is in the same worksheet. On the same window, here you see in the work file structure type, already dated panel you have selected. Now on the right hand side, frequency is mentioned. So you click there, you will be getting different options. So as my data is yearly, I'll put annual. Now come to the start date and end date. So you have to mention the year of starting. For example, here I have mentioned 2000 and end date it is 2010. Now come to the left hand side, panel identifier series, cross section ID series, that is what is my cross section unit, different countries. So here I have mentioned country, and data series year. You can cross check this from this inserted data. In the left hand side you can see the GDP year, export data, see, all the things are mentioned. And I know you have already done it in views, so when you're handling the data, it will be clear to you. So after step 3, we'll go to step. In step 4, we'll start the estimation method. So you have to go to quick. Then in quick, you have to go to estimate equation. Now after going to estimate equation, this kind of window will open, and here you can see the panel option is automatically coming. So you have to click there. Then you have to write the equation. For example, I have written here export is a function of GDP. So export GDP data already there in the Excel sheet. You can check from your left hand side data. Export is also there, GDP is also there. So I have to write the dependent variable, independent variable along with the constant term. I have already discussed in the earlier classes how to do it. So you simply repeat that method, that is export gap C gap GDP. Then in the estimation setting, you will see there are large number of options given. So from there you have to select least square, then put. After putting OK, you will be getting this window. This is actually the output window, the result of pooled OLS method. How to interpret the result? Here the dependent variable is export, method of study panel least square, sample from 2000 to 2010, period included 11, cross section included 6, total panel, that is a balanced one, and observation 66. After that you have to check the results. First of all you have to check the R square, adjusted R square and their level of significance. R square here is 0.095, adjusted R square 0.08, and F statistics, the value of F statistics is 6.72 and the probability 0.01, that is significant at 5% level. You can check your Darwin version from here also. Here the DW statistics is coming 0.138. Then you go to the level of significance and T values of the coefficient. Here export is a function of GDP. So the coefficient of GDP is showing 0.00133 and the probability is showing 0.01. T value 2.59. From the probability value you can conclude it is significant at 5% level. This is all about the results of ordinary least square pooled method. So in summary we can say pooled OLS method is the basic method to handle the panel data, but it has some limitation. In the pooled model, the cross-section and time series nature of data are neglected, which is indicated by the regression coefficient. That means we are using different sections, but we are using same regression coefficient. For example, here export is a function of GDP. So GDP coefficient, that is beta 2, is used for analyzing all units. So the concept of heterogeneity, which is there in the form of different countries, which are one of the main important positive point of panel data analysis, is not discussed in the pooled OLS model. This is all about the basic introduction of panel data and the method of analyzing pooled OLS method. Today after this, in the next part, we will be discussing the remaining model of panel data. Your reference is Basic Econometrics by Damodar in Gujarati. Thank you.